जब लड़की अपनी स्किन की वजह से परेशान हो
तो फिक्र की क्या बात है, लेजर स्पॉट है ना।
लेजर स्पॉट, फोटोफेशियल, थर्मोज एंटी एजिंग, लेजर हेयर रिमूवल, लेजर स्पॉट, where beauty meets elegant professionals.
लेजर स्पॉट हाईवे 10 और क्वींस के संगम पर। कॉल शेला 9054872680। अपने कारोबार की तरक्की के लिए प्रिंट पब्लिसिटी और बेहतरीन प्रिंटिंग के लिए सिर्फ एक ही नाम, जहां जदीद टेक्नोलॉजी से स्टोर फ्रंट साइन, चैनल लेटर्स, बैनर्स, रियल स्टेट साइन, सैंडविच बोर्ड्स, व्हीकल ग्राफिक्स, बिजनेस कार्ड्स, पोस्ट कार्ड्स, लेबल्स, फ्लायर्स आपके बजट और आपके वक्त में बनाए जाते हैं। आपका काम सिर्फ सोचना है, क्योंकि
print your thoughts.
Signs to go.
To initiate this ceremony, and I'll be reading from the very first passage of the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب. Distinguished guests, people of the congregation, multi-faith, I have read from the first passage of the Quran. The word Quran is no different to the word Injil. The word Injil is no different. Injil is the Bible. And the Bible is no different to the word of Torah. And Torah is no different to the Psalms of David. There are no distinctions as to what Hazrat Guru Nanak has also left in the Sikh community. The message from all these sages, messengers and prophets have been very consistent in providing a message. And what I have read from the Quran, or recited, as they say, recitation, the recitation from the Quran simply states, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, that there is no doubt in this revelation which has come down to the last of the prophets, Muhammad bin Abdullah, in Mecca. And the entire Quran has a message which passes through this passage which I've read, which is more or less towards the tolerance of others, and in respect of this tolerance to other religions. Quran confirms the revelations which came before the Quran, and it confirms that there were revelations, and the edicts are very implicit, specific, and have a consistency in all faiths. I take this an opportunity of honor to be here and to give you this brief summation of what I have read. May Allah bless us all, and may Allah bless all our families, and may Allah bless those who are in hospitals and those who are less fortunate. Thank you very much again. To us, this is a very revered month of Ramadan, and I wish those Muslims who are present here a happy Eid. Assalamu alaikum, greetings, sasrikar, and a very good evening to all those participants of this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Imam Akram Abbas. Ladies and gentlemen, 65 years ago, the country was carved out from the India, then is called. Then they became two nations, India and Pakistan. On the left-hand side, you can see unity, faith, and discipline, which was the motto given to the nation, young nations, to carry on the banner of Pakistan and make it one of the best nations in the world. 65 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, please do rise. We will sing the national anthem of both Canada and Pakistan. May I request Alex?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true hatred, love, in all our sons of man, with love and we see as Russian North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And now we will sing. Zakir ji, आएंगे please. Are you ready, sir? Please. Zakir Ghazal, as you know, that she is a prominent poet, writer, with the numerous international awards for the credit. She will be introduced later, and perhaps if we time permit, she will read a special poetry for us tonight.
ज़मीन शाद सरज़मीन का निज़ाम क़ुव्वते अक़ुव्वते अवाम कौम सल्तनत पाइंदा ताबिंदाबाद शादबाद मंज़िले मुराद परचमे सितारों हिलाल रहबरे तरक्कियों कमाल तेरे खुदा ज़ुल्जलाल.
I think next I'd like to call on the gentleman with numerous awards to him and done a tremendous work in terms of raising funds.
I would be, making a speech at this early time, but anyway, because I have to leave early, and that's why the organizers of the maybe I should say a few words. First of all, I welcome you all. You're all dignitaries, and therefore, and it is very auspicious opinion. It is very auspicious opinion, 65 years ago, and we should follow the footprints and the very first speech of the founder of the nation, who said equality, freedom of religion, and my friend Jimmy Janis has been 3 times there. He knows quite a bit too about Pakistan, and we appreciate his presence. And again, I welcome you all, and I hope you have a good time. It was important part in the history, because after Pakistan created, a lot of other nations also became independent. And let's hope we achieve peace and harmony throughout the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. that was Gul Nawaz, chairperson for the CPFA. And to welcome you officially, we have with us Mr. Hassan Qureshi, who is not only the event chair but the president of CPFA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Hassan Qureshi.
Thank you, Bashir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is my honor and sincere pleasure to welcome you all on this special occasion of Pakistan Independence Day of August 14. Pakistanis everywhere in the world take immense pride in their heritage, traditions, and nation's many achievements. Picture this. At the time of its inception, Pakistan had only 2 universities, about 12 factories, very small and young civil service, a very small army, and no money. Pakistan did not get its share of the treasury either. In the last 65 years, with all the enormous difficulties Pakistan faced, today it has more than 100 universities, a vibrant civil service, over 100,000 small and large factories, and money we still don't have, unfortunately. And it is a nuclear nation. Pakistan has millions of trained professionals in various fields such as medicine, engineering, accounting, law, banking, etc. Pakistan also produced a Nobel Prize winner and a world court judge. We have infused many of our Pakistani traditions with our Canadian identity, which speaks to the greatness of Canada's multicultural fabric. The essence of what August 14 is, made for an ideal opportunity to celebrate the countless contributions our community has made to the social, economic, and cultural life of Canada. For more than 10 years, Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association has been providing various services for the community at large, from fundraising for major hospitals to services for seniors, youth counseling, helping victims of domestic abuse, and raising funds for earthquake and flood victims. We have strived to consistently broaden our outreach efforts. CPFA is not a religious or political organization, and we welcome people from all walks of life, ethnicities and religions. Together, we will keep building strong ties and continue to contribute to society with your ongoing help and support. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Hassan Qureshi, chairperson for the event and the president of CPFA. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do my best because I know it's a holy month of Ramadan, and many of our brothers and sisters are fasting, and the breaking point for the fast is about 8:25 or 8:28 today. So I will do the best I can to accommodate all those our honorary guests, MPs and MPPs, because I'm grateful to all of you for taking your time and joining us for this very festive evening of celebrating. I will say one of the greatest nations in future. Pakistan is still going some turmoil, some problems, like any other nation. But recent findings, over $6 trillion worth of gold, one of the largest deposit of coal, which could be good enough to produce energy for Pakistan for 100 years, and the copper, of course, a very precious metal. So Pakistan is sitting on verge of a lot of findings. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1988, this gentleman won the seat in Scarborough Agent Court. And I would say, we consider him like a brother. He has been to our country so many times. A very vibrant politician and a very sincere friend to our South Asian community, to Muslim community, to Pakistani community, and all the other faith groups we have. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jim Kalijanis.
And to everybody, Eid Mubarak. Friends, colleagues in all the chambers, upper, lower, and even the provincial and the city. For me, it's quite a ways to come out from Scarborough, but you know, you can't miss an event, especially an event in this part of the world. With Gul, a personal friend for many years. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, indeed it's a pleasure to be with you and to bring greetings on behalf of my leader, Bob Ray, and wish all of you a great, fantastic Independence Day. Now, people say Pakistan, and as soon as they say Pakistan, everybody says terrorists. I say democracy. People say Pakistan and say, we don't want to do business. And I say investment. People say Pakistan and they say, really, we don't want to go there. And I say, do go. Because until you visit Pakistan and you experience the horde, Wagah border, the changing of the flags, lowering of the flag ceremony every night, and if you really want to catch them, you go to Wagah border early in the morning when they are practicing. And you see the friendship between the Indian guards and the Pakistani guards. At night it gets a little rowdy, you know, they got to show showmanship. But in the morning when these guys just, they open the gates and it's friendship, I got to tell you, if you haven't crossed the Wagah border, I invite you to go and I invite you to see. And if you really want to have some seaports, go down to Karachi, get on a boat, go out to the fishing trawlers. You will see what Pakistan is all about. Anyways, I have a message that I'd like to read. And it's an honor for me to be sending greetings to everyone gathered today to celebrate Pakistan independence. I would like to thank the organizers and volunteers who worked so hard to make sure that this commemoration is a success. For many years, Pakistani Canadians have enjoyed a significant role in the development of modern Canada, thanks to their many contributions to the cultural and economic vitality of our country. As Canadians, this day is a wonderful occasion to celebrate the accomplishment of the Pakistani Canadian community. It's also an opportunity to reflect on the diversity that is foundational to our country, the strength of our ethno-cultural communities, and the desire to build a better country. On behalf of the Liberal Party of Canada and our parliamentary caucus, I offer my best wishes to all those celebrating 65 years of Pakistan independence. If I can have the President and the Chairman come up to receive it, I'll greatly appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Put office, and Pakistan Jinnah. Now let's not forget Canada Jinnah.
House of Parliament, after listening to the vibrant speech, it's indeed my honor to present another honorable member of Parliament, winning the seat for PC Party in last election, Mr. Brad Bent. Mr. Bent.
Well, thank you very much. Very nice to be here. To represent the Government of Canada and to bring you great greetings tonight. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone, and what a great day this has been. Like Jim, I started my day this morning at the Consul General's office in Vaughan. I've never been there before. I know it's a new office for them, and I just want to thank the Consul General of Pakistan to Toronto very much for the wonderful hospitality. I know there were a number of you that are here tonight that were there as well to start off our celebration today for Independence Day of Pakistan. And you know, the Consul General said something very important today. You'll appreciate this and others, especially because tonight we're with the Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association. Is he talked, and I totally agree, how important it is for us to continue, Canada and Pakistan, government to government, and business community to business community, to look for opportunities that we can all have for our two countries to work much closer together. So I'm simply delighted to be here today to wish you a great Independence Day, to thank Go and the others for many, many years, Nasser especially, for many years of great work that CPFA has done, not just across the country, but particularly here in the city of Mississauga. We are very grateful for your great work. And more importantly, what I've noticed with CPFA in the last year or so, since I've been a member of Parliament, is how this organization has reached out to the broader community. to bring in other organizations, especially seniors and youth, non-denominational organizations, to say, we are here to serve the whole community. And I think when we have this month of reflection in Ramadan, where we celebrate our faith, but we also talk about what we give back to humanity and how we celebrate one another. What a great thing CPFA has done by opening its doors and its hearts to the entire community. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here tonight. I wish you great things in the future. I know a few of my colleagues are here that will speak as well. But again, thank you very much. A very happy Independence Day and all the best.
Thank you so much. That was Honorable Bradford, representing the riding of Mississauga-Streetsville. And I believe this is your riding. Have this honor to bring our honorary guest. Next gentleman on my list is another distinguished gentleman from South Asian community. As a businessman, as an entrepreneur, becoming successful in business, he decided to throw his head in the mainstream political arena. With the Liberal government of Ontario, one of the distinguished gentlemen from South Asian community, our friend, Honorable Jinnah.
I am very pleased to be here as well. I think this is the third or the fourth year I have been here. And first of all, I really want to say congratulations to you on the Independence Day of Pakistan. It is today, right? Yes. So, I mean, the independence has had its own price. I think people made significant sacrifices to get independence from Pakistan, and also made significant sacrifices to God where they are today too. And I had the great fortune to actually visit Pakistan twice. I went there in 1986 and then 2007. And I was very impressed to meet your leaders in Lahore, Karachi, and more importantly in Islamabad. I think sometimes the leaders don't get the credit to the extent they should get. The credit, I was very impressed, how the Islamabad is coming along, how the community is making progress, and so on. So I really want to say thanks to each and every one of you for being here today. It is great to celebrate the Independence Day, even when you are far away from your own country and your own roots. But that is the beauty of our country, that's the beauty of our province. So I want to say thank you, and I also want to wish you all for the Ramadan as well. And I also want to say thanks to Mr. Sangha as well. Where is he? Here he is. For actually organizing and being a part of your celebrations as well. I think it is important for us to bring all the communities together, especially India and Pakistan, so we can actually work together for the improvement of the community as well. So keep up the good work, look forward to working with you, and I want to wish you all the best.
जब लड़की अपनी स्किन की वजह से परेशान हो
तो फिक्र की क्या बात है, लेजर स्पॉट है ना।
लेजर स्पॉट, photofacials, thermage anti-aging, laser hair removal, laser spot, where beauty meets elegant professionals.
लेजर स्पॉट हाईवे 10 और क्वींस के संगम पर। कॉल शेला 9054872680। अपने कारोबार की तरक्की के लिए प्रिंट पब्लिसिटी और बेहतरीन प्रिंटिंग के लिए सिर्फ एक ही नाम, जहां जदीद टेक्नोलॉजी से स्टोर फ्रंट साइंस, चैनल लेटर्स, बैनर्स, रियल स्टेट साइंस, सैंडविच बोर्ड्स, व्हीकल ग्राफिक्स, बिजनेस कार्ड्स, पोस्ट कार्ड्स, लेबल्स, फ्लायर्स आपके बजट और आपके वक्त में बनाए जाते हैं। आपका काम सिर्फ सोचना है, क्योंकि
Print your thoughts.
साइंस टू गो।
Honorary guest, we would like to recognize a few distinguished people sitting among us, and one of them is the leader of the Ahmadiyya community of Canada, Mr. Lal Muhammad Khan. Please give him a big hand. For the peace and tranquility, these people are working behind the scene. God bless you. Keep up the good work, Khan. carry on the presentation for the festive evening of celebration of Pakistan Independence Day. As Mr. Tucker said, the contribution we are making to Canada is not fruitful to us, but for generations to come. Build Canada strong and leave your legacy as a proud Canadian. As a proud Canadian myself, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed my honor to bring another distinguished member of Parliament. And he recently won the seat in the Mississauga-Ontario-Canada area, a hard-working member of Parliament. I'm sure all of you work very hard. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Bob Decker.
It's a great honor and privilege to be here once again to celebrate Pakistan Independence Day. I'd like to thank Gul Nawaz and all the board members of the Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association for organizing this event. Every year we look forward to the opportunity to remember the importance of Pakistan, not only to the region it's in, but to the entire world. And certainly the importance of Pakistan and all the people in Canada of Pakistan heritage that have lived here for so many years and have contributed so much to our great country and to our community here in the Peel region. I'm very pleased to see Your Eminence from the Youm-e-Azadi community and all those distinguished guests from all levels of government. And ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of Prime Minister Harper and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable John Baird, who I serve as his Parliamentary Secretary. Many of you were in the Croatian Park last evening to see the Prime Minister. I know, Gul, you were there, Ahsan, Nazir, and many others. And you heard him speak about the importance of new Canadians to our country and how Canada needs more people, and that we continue to have more people coming to Canada every year. And we're apparently the only country, he said last evening, Brian, you'll remember this, the only country in the world that has continued to increase immigration during the global economic recession. And I think that just says a lot about who we are as Canadians, because of course virtually everyone in Canada, with the exception of our First Nations people, come from another place, and together we have built a wonderful country. And that's why one of the reasons I'm very pleased to be here this evening. Pakistan has been an important friend and ally to Canada since its very beginning, 65 years. And Canada has been a friend to Pakistan. It was just a few years ago when there was a terrible earthquake in Pakistan. Canada was one of the largest donor countries in the world to earthquake relief. And again, just 2 years ago for during the flooding after the monsoon rains, and I was happy that I was able to participate in that on behalf of the Government of Canada. And thank you very much. And of course, I wish all the very best to our brothers and sisters in Pakistan. I understand they are recovering well from the floods. Infrastructure is being constructed there to ensure that that kind of flooding will not happen in the future. And I'm very pleased to see that Canada has been able to participate in that through the Canada International Development Agency. So I'd like to pass to Gul on behalf of myself and Brad and other members of our government the greetings of Prime Minister Harper, and I'll just read them. I'm pleased to extend everyone attending the Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association marking the Pakistan Independence Day celebration and the 65th anniversary of Pakistan's independence. A nation's history is a bond that unites generations, and the path to independence for Pakistan was wrought with difficulty. With great resolve, spirit, and courage, the Pakistani people have achieved hard-won freedom. Inspired by their heritage, Pakistani Canadians have brought the best of Pakistan to Canada, making valuable contributions in all fields of endeavor. Your efforts have not only helped our nation to thrive, but have deepened the bonds between our two countries. On behalf of the government and the people of Canada, I offer you my very best wishes for a joyous celebration, and signed the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, Prime Minister of Canada. So Gul, I'll present these to you. thing, and that is for all those observing Ramadan, I wish you all the best and a happy Eid Mubarak in advance. It's inappropriate to say that in advance. Canada's in the back of Pakistan's in the back.
One more thing, who have done a tremendous contribution when it comes to charity, social work, and social justice, equity, equality, and human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, we request wherein equally, and it's only appropriate to change the color. So I would like to call upon very beautiful
kind words. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening everyone, and I would like to begin by wishing very happy Ramadan to those who are observing Ramadan. I'm really pleased to join all of you as we have come together to celebrate 65th birthday of Pakistan, and that too in my riding of Mississauga-Ontario-Canada South. I always say, and I would like to reiterate, that I have a special connection with Pakistan. My parents and grandparents have lived in Pakistan, and all the time they used to talk about wonderful people living in Pakistan. And I have seen that with my own eyes too. Mississauga is a home to very vibrant and dynamic Pakistani Canadians. You can all take pride in the many contributions you have made to the Canadian mosaic. You have all helped to mold and shape Canada into the great nation that it is today. And you have helped to make the very idea of multiculturalism work in this wonderful country. That's why the event like such as today are very important. They allow us to come together as a community and celebrate our culture, heritage, and traditions. You're all ambassadors for Canada and Pakistan. Let's work hard to strengthen ties between the two countries. In closing, I would like to thank all the volunteers and the organization for hosting such a wonderful event. Keep up the good work. I'm very proud of you. Inshallah.
Thank you very much. That was Amrit Mangat and DP for Mississauga. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture I would like to bring a consulate now, change a little bit color. And you know, there are many stars in the political arena, but this a very handsome gentleman reminds me of Telly Savalas. You used to watch the program called Kojak, but he is more handsome than Telly Savalas. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear friend and councillor for the Ward 10, 6, Mr. Ron Starr. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ron.
Thank you, Bashir. It's always a pleasure to be here with so many friends that I've got to know over the years. And you know, assalamu alaikum to everybody. And it's one of these occasions that we have to remember. And I think it's even more important to remember for the young people, because when you look back at it, 65 years ago, people fought for their freedom. They fought for democracy. They fought for equality. And that's what really happened. And I really think that, you know, when you go back in history, I think Brad Butt said it, that, you know, this was the start many, many years ago of many nations seeking their independence. And when you take a look at it, just last week I attended, or 2 weeks ago I attended the Jamaican independence. That's 50 years ago. And there's other countries the same thing. And it's so important for the young people that are here to remember that there were, you know, severe problems, and there were situations that those people at the time, 65 and 70 and 80 years ago, said, you know what, we need a new nation, we need to have democracy, we need to have freedom. And it's those people that we really should be thanking. And you know, I just, when I think of that, in every country, I came, my parents came from the Ukraine, The Ukraine has had its own problems in the early part of the century, and you know, there's books written about the slaughter and how the people died and whatever. But that's history. And what we've got here today is to celebrate 65 years of a great nation. And I think that what we're going to be doing a number of years from now is celebrating 70 years, 80 years, but keep passing that message on to the young people, because I personally think it's so important that we recognize that that's what we really, all of us in this room fought for something, for democracy, for equality, no matter what our backgrounds were, because don't forget, we all came to this great country. So all I want to say is thank you for including me today again. The other thing I want to thank is all the volunteers. This organization, for those that may be here for the first time, is driven by volunteers. And it's the volunteers that really need a hand. Now, you know what? Let's give a hand to these volunteers. I see them here. Thank you very much, and Eid Mubarak.
Only informing people, formulating opinions, but also serves the community as to interaction with the mainstream or with the local community to inform, educate, and bring about the solutions to the community problems. Among us we have a media presentation from Jung Weekly. Rebel TV, you know, there's a new player in the horizon. They've established their own station, and you can watch Rebel TV programmings on internet. Very powerful programming they present. They work very hard. And Buzz Breakfast, of course. Our own Akbar Waris is the producer of that. And you know me, for 38 years I had the honor of serving the Canadians across Canada. I'm still doing it. I don't know when I'm going to retire. Every year, Takasab, I feel that I want to retire. The challenges keep growing, so I enjoy what I do. And also like to welcome Balbir Momi and Idris Khan from Hale, Pakistan. Thank you so much for joining us and your support to us. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to bring another famous MPP from Mississauga, Streetsville. He has been at the Queen's Park Legislature for quite a while. A very famous person among South Asians, very active and plays role and participates, whether it's the religious, cultural, educational or economical programs, seminar, he's there. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Bob DeLay.
Much for sharing. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak, and early Eid Mubarak to everybody. 65 is often seen as an age of maturity. And certainly for Pakistan, it constitutes the start of an age of maturity. Ahsan earlier talked about Pakistan's founding and Pakistan today. And although he mentioned money, Ahsan didn't mention the one thing that Pakistan has shared so generously with all of us in Canada, in our country, in our provinces, in our communities, in our businesses, in our neighborhoods. And that's Pakistan's great wealth, its people, all of you. So while we gather here today to celebrate an historic anniversary for an historic and very old and traditional nation, we also gather here when we say Pakistan Zindabad and Canada Zindabad to celebrate the contributions of Canadians of Pakistani origin to our country, to our communities, and to our businesses, and to our families. Because when we think about it, we talk about Pakistanis not as a group that are people from Mars. We talk about them as the people that we sit beside on the GO train going to work, the people that we buy from and sell to, the people who live on our streets, the people that we associate with, that our children play with. They're Canadians. They're part of us. They're part of what makes our country, our communities, and our province the great place that it is. When I think of 65 in that era, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, peace be upon him, was actually near the end of his life. at that time and in the lifetime of many of us here. 65 was the era, the time in your life at which, while you had gained wisdom and experience and judgment, it was about that time that Allah said, I want your body back. Modern medicine has said, wait a few years. But today, when we talk about 65, we don't speak about it in terms of old age. We think about it in terms of mature years. We think about it as a new start in your contribution. And it's in that vein that I'm here to help celebrate the contributions of Canadians of Pakistani origin in our Peel region, Mississauga, Meadowvale, Streetsville, Lisgar, and all of the other places. Your contributions to what makes us the one place in the whole world that people want to come to live, to work, to build a business, and to raise a family. God bless Pakistan. Pakistan Zindabad. Shukriya. Thank you very much.
Of the nation, we all are celebrating today. He's a young rookie, graduated as the science student, then decided he wanted to change the course of his career. I went to Oxford Hall Law School, graduated from there, and he has broken a cemented writing. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a very bright young man, I want to make sure I call his name right. Jagmeet Singh. Jagmeet, sorry, come on in. Big hand for Jagmeet Singh, ladies and gentlemen. MPP from Mississauga, Brampton South.
Thank you, my friend. Assalamu alaikum. I want to say congratulations on this very auspicious occasion. Before I begin my remarks, I want to first and foremost thank all the volunteers who made this night possible. Without volunteers, without your hard work and your dedication, these types of events are not possible. So I want everyone to join me in applauding the work of all the volunteers today. The Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association is doing an amazing job, an amazing duty, an amazing service, which is promoting a very important ideal in our society. And I want to talk to you about why it's so important for us to celebrate diversity, why it's so important to celebrate the independence of Pakistan, and why it's so important that we have an organization like the Canada-Pakistan Friendship Association. Now, I don't want to cloud this happy occasion with some sadness, but I think it's important for us to reflect on some of the problems that we're facing today in our society here in Canada, in North America, and in America specifically. In America, I'm sure all the brothers and sisters here know and are aware of the very shameful occurrences in Joplin, Missouri, where the masjid was burned not once, but twice this summer. That is a very shameful tragedy. This should not be happening in this time and age. Our Muslim brothers and sisters should feel welcome, should feel safe, are entitled to, and have the right to practice their faith anywhere in the world, whether it's in Canada, whether it's in America, whether it's in the United States. And I think that we all should recognize that this was a very shameful occurrence. In addition, to make matters worse, there was that dreadful attack on the Sikh community, also in the United States, in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. I had the opportunity to go to Oak Creek and to witness the funeral services. This is a very sad time, but there is some hope here. It's a very sad time, but there is some hope, and the hope is this. First and foremost, the response of the Sikh community, and I was very honored by this response, because the knee-jerk reaction when these type of occurrences happen, when there's an attack on the Sikh community, the knee-jerk reaction is to say, oh, you know, we're not Muslim, you know, we're Sikh. That's absolutely not what the community did. The community said very clearly that violence against any community is absolutely wrong, it's intolerable, it's unacceptable. Let's share with people not who we aren't, let's talk about who we are. We are all humans. We all share this earth together. We have far more in common between all of us than that which separates us. Let's celebrate that. And I come back to celebration. The solution to some of this fear, this ignorance, this hatred that's plaguing our society, not only in the United States, it's also here in Canada. Let's not be clouded and naive about that. There are problems that still exist in Canada. And brothers and sisters, we need to turn the tide of this fear, of this ignorance, and this hatred by telling people who we are. The Muslim brothers and sisters are peace-loving. The Sikh brothers and sisters are also peace-loving. And we are entitled to be here. This is our home, and we are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere, and we need to celebrate our diversity. We need to cherish the fact that there is multiculturalism here in Canada, here in North America, and by celebrating our differences, by celebrating that which makes us unique, we can replace the fear, the hatred, and the ignorance with love, with understanding, with compassion. And that's the solution to our problems. We need to replace the fear with love. We need to replace the ignorance with understanding. We need to have a more welcoming society based on educating people about who we are. And the more you get to learn about many people, you'll realize that we're really all the same. We have so many hopes and aspirations that we all share. And I wanted to bring that message to you, that let's work together to turn this tide, to educate people about who we are, to educate people about our beliefs and our practices. And I stand with you on this journey. I stand with you on this struggle, because together we can turn this tide and make sure all places are safe, all communities are welcoming to all of us. Thank you very much. I just want to present, those are my remarks. I just want to present a certificate. Can I have the representative?
And it's an absolute pleasure to be here. I see many people who are friends of York Regional Police, and many people who have made the transition across Highway 50 here to Meadowdale. And it is with great pleasure that I bring greetings on behalf of the 2,100 members of the York Regional Police. And it truly, I think, truly shows that friendships know no borders. We are all friends here. We're all together to celebrate the great diversity of this province, the great diversity of our region of York, great community that we serve, that we have the opportunity to serve for our citizens. And we wish you the best for the celebration of 65 years and the breaking of fast. And we thank you very much for the gracious invitation to join you tonight. And we understand as a police service that it's so important to understand all communities and the importance to work with all our community groups to keep our community safe. And I thank you very much for the kind invitation.
Chief of York Regional Police, Eric Jollifield. Elder brother of Shahbaz Bhatti, who was unfortunately assassinated last year. He became very good friend with Jason Canny, and I remember in our last function, March 2011, when I introduced Jason Canny to come on the podium and made a speech, he cried almost. He was so close to him, because before his assassination, few days ago, he was in Canada, and he has a pleasure visiting the Parliament and meeting and making a lot of friends. And Jason Canny happened to be one of his very good friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite him to say a few words on this happy occasion of Pakistan Day. Mr. Peter Bhatti.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, on behalf of International Christian Voice and all religious minorities of Pakistan, I would like to congratulate and wish everybody, our fellow citizens of Pakistan, a very, very happy Independence Day. It is great pleasure and honor for me and privilege that Canadian Pakistan Association invited me here. I just want to tell you that despite of all problems which religious minorities of Pakistan are facing there, we are united and we want to be a prosper or better Pakistan. Although we gave a sacrifice of our brother, and our forefather also gave the sacrifice with the Pakistan, and we want to recommitment again. Doesn't matter what happened, what will happen, we are all brothers and sisters, want to be a Qaid-e-Azam Pakistan, which it was visioned on 11th August 1947, and we ask everybody from all religion, caste and creed, let's join hand together and make a Pakistan better in the world, then everybody can live peace and harmony. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. That was Peter Bunty. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, functions such as this always holds a great deal of appreciation to sponsors, people who support this kind of activities. And one of our friends, Mr. Ramesh Sangha, is one of our major sponsors. I would like to welcome you, sir, and come and say a few words. And thank you so much for your support.
Thank you very much. I think first of all, I will appreciate Bashir, you did a very good job today. And let me tell you, today actually it is Mr. Waris who has brought me here. I should say that Waris, you also deserve this appreciation for arranging this good function along with the Canada-Pakistan Dosti friendship. He calls sometimes Dosti and sometimes he used the word as friendship. His Excellency Kosai Saab and the other dignitaries who are sitting here, I have the honor to be privileged to be here in front of you to make this speech. Let me tell you, I'm really emotional because I'm a part of the Pakistan. I feel myself. Let me tell you, I was born there in Sahiwal, though it was called Mintgubri Okada. My Abu Jan, who is here, my dad, he was born there. He is now 95, and after that, up to 65 years, he has visited many times to Pakistan. We feel this Pakistan to be, as we feel ourselves part of the Pakistan. Now, he has spent his very good days. He says, "Humne to apne behtareen din wahan guzare hain." He feels himself to be part of the Pakistan. Now, it's a pleasure again today. Being here with you all, celebrating the Pakistan Day. I hereby wholeheartedly congratulate you all on behalf of me, my family and Sangha Law Office for this auspicious occasion of the celebration of Pakistan Day. Now I also pray that Allah Ta'ala, that prosperity and happiness comes to the Pakistan in the coming years. We have moved from different countries, come back to here, Canada, had a good life here. We are getting into good businesses, enjoying the peace, enjoying the harmony, community, working together. That's the way we have to live here in Canada. And remember our countries back there. I want that we should take this message back to our countries also and tell them to live in the same way as we are living here. Canada has taught us many things. Community harmony. Canada has taught us how to live in different type of communities in one person of one type of family. That's what we are living here. That's what Waris told me to come forward to make this iftar party to the Muslim brothers. And I am really really gratitude, feeling gratitude by this function. I enjoy this being with you. I wish you all happy Ramzans and Eid Mubarak in the future. Thank you very much.